Hello friends, welcome back to my After Effects tutorial channel. For those who are new to my channel, please consider subscribing and click the notification bell for updates on my videos. Today I will be showing you how to do this. So guys, I already have imported all the assets and elements that I'm gonna be using in my project. So now I will create my first composition, new composition, and I will name it C1 logo. And I will make it 1000 by 300 pixels, 30 frames per second, 10 seconds duration. The background color will be black. I will create another composition and I will name it C2 reflection. Same composition here, 1000 by 300 pixels, 30 frames per second, 10 seconds duration, background is black. Again, I will create another one and I will name it C3 golden logo. Another composition and I will name it C4 particles. But this time I'm gonna use 1920p by 1080. Same frames, 30 frames per second, and the duration is 10 seconds and the background will be black. Another composition and I will name it C5 main. Click OK. And the last composition I'm gonna make is C6 render. Okay, I will open C1, drag down in my timeline the logo that I'm gonna be using and click S to open the scale, and maybe I will put it 70. There you go. I will align it center and probably I'll make another shape. And I will draw a shape like this. and I will make it horizontally center and vertically center, and then I will click rectangle shape, open stroke, and the stroke width is 10, and the which is okay right here. And so I have to click the add and trim paths. Now open trim paths and make the start of the 40, and probably make this a little bit like this, and then duplicate this one by pressing Ctrl D, then open it up, go to trim paths again, and I will probably offset this thing by this much, I guess. And I think this is okay now. I'm satisfied with it. So I have to close it and go to the reflection and drag down the image, the reflection that I'm gonna be using. Press scale, unlock or enable the proportion, and make it a bit smaller. Just for a guide, I will just drag down the logo one to have a guide. So this is now we have. So all you have to do is to click in here and control space to reveal the effects console and find motion tile. So the output width, I will just put it to 200, and then I will create an animation, mirror edges, and then I will create keyframe in here and move my playhead to about 10 seconds, and I will change this value here to 2000. So now, as we can see, there is a movement now on our reflection. All we have to do is just to delete this one because we just use this one as our guide. So you can see now. So we will have to go to the golden logo and then drag down the logo one and the reflection. The logo one should be at the front. So now all we have to do is to control space and find CC, globalize, open blobbiness, and make it C1 logo, and then the softness will be 3, and let's see if it's alpha, what is the result, and then the cutaway will be 10, and then we will find again control space CC class, make this CC blobby lies at the bottom, and then open the surface. It's not a red, it should be C1 logo, and then the softness will be 45, and then the height is negative 47, and then the displacement would be negative 13, or negative 15 is okay too. So now we are all done in here. We have to add an adjustment layer. We have to add two adjustment layers, but first we'll put it on top. And then enable this one. We will first do this one here. So control space and find curves. So we will have to drag the RGB up a bit and click the red one. Drag it up, and then the green one, drag it up, and then the blue one, drag it down so it looks golden. So now we are done with here. In this composition, we will go to composition 4 and open project files, and we will drag our particles down to the timeline. And press Ctrl Alt F. Move your playhead for about 5 seconds, and move this one in here by pressing open bracket key. And then click the fourth one and find the sharpen. Control space sharpen. So we will make it 200. And we will go back to 3D golden logo. Control space. And find sharpen. And I will make it 15 amount of sharpening. And then we will go back to particles and let's look at it. Okay, so we will open the C5 main, open the project files, drop down the golden logo and the particles, move your playhead up to this point, and make the blending mode here to be add, so we can see the logo. And then click this pen tool, make a path on it like this one, and open the shape layer, go to contents, shape, and the stroke. You have to open it up, and we have to make an animation on the stroke width. We have to make sure that the stroke width will start at 0 and go to about 3 seconds, and then this one will make it to 70. So the logo has been all covered, so we will now go to trim path. Let's add a trim path and then make an animation on the end. Just click the stopwatch in here and go to the beginning and make this one 0, and then highlight it all and make it easy is by pressing F9, or you can also open this one and easy is it, and then open the speed graph, might as well change the speed on it a bit, and then let's see what happens. We will close this one first. We will add a fast blur in it by pressing Control space and find fast blur, and make the amount probably 60, and then move the shape layer to this in between the two compositions and make it Luma matte, and then click the U because I want this one to move to about 1 second to make it more interesting to see. And then open the project files. I want to drag down the light rays in here, press T for opacity. I want it 50%. Then add a curves on it. So we'll just click the red, drag it up a bit, and then I will click again the green, drag it up also, and the blue, drag it down a bit, and then the RGB, I will drag it up a bit. Now I will click this one and press the keyboard S to change the scale on it to 120. and then Control D to duplicate it. Go to layer and then transform it horizontally, and then go to project files again, drag down the sound effects, and then move your playhead to about 8 seconds, and then open it up, the audio, check the stopwatch to create a keyframe, and go to the end and change this value here to -48. So now, as we can see, we are already completed with this composition. So all we have to do is to go and open the render and drag down the main, and then opacity, click T for opacity, and move your playhead to about probably here, and click the stopwatch to create a keyframe, and then go to the end and make it 0. So now we are ready to render. We will render it. Now you can see it's so nice, eh? So now I will create another folder by clicking here at the bottom, and I will name it comps. All I have to do is just to highlight it all, the composition that I have, and just drag it to that folder. So you can see it's very clean right here, it's very organized. So I hope guys that this will help you a lot in gaining some more techniques on how to make logo animations and motion graphics. So see you on my next video guys. Thank you for watching.